A massive 8.8 earthquake in Chile has prompted the American Red Cross to take action. This tragedy has devastated the entire country.
A tornado has just touched down in Missouri, leaving entire communities without food or shelter.
People are fleeing from their homes as Hurricane Katrina is approaching. The American Red Cross is standing by, ready for action.
Today, a horrible tragedy hit Japan as a tsunami preceded by an earthquake struck their country. As the world watched in horror, the American Red Cross began to spring into action.
In a single year, the American Red Cross assisted in over 70,000 disasters, being the light of hope so desperately needed in these dark hours.
Is anyone down here? Anyone? Hello?
Over here.
Where?
Here. I'm trapped.
My name is Jenny. This is Betsy. We're with the American Red Cross. We're going to get you out of here.
What's your name, ma'am?
Christy.
Christy, are you hurt?
I don't know. I don't think so. But it seems like I've been trapped down here forever.
Well, it's been 2 days since the tornado hit. We got here as fast as we could.
Do you know if there's anybody else trapped down here?
Yes. There's another woman. And she's pinned down somewhere over that way. But I haven't heard from her in a long time.
Okay. Here, ma'am, have some water.
Oh, I got her.
Thank you. What's it like out there?
Well, it's not good. It's about to get worse. There's a storm about 20 minutes out. It's going to cause flooding. Anyone in places like this will drown. So we got to get you to safety.
Jenny, I have a very weak pulse over here.
You guys need some help in here?
Yes, we have 2 women, both trapped. The one I'm with is unconscious.
We gotta move, now. This structure isn't gonna hold for long.
What?
It's about to come down.
Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Do you guys think we can get a stretcher in here?
No time, the door is already starting to buckle.
Come on. Chrissy, do you feel like you can pull your legs out when we lift the debris off?
I think so.
Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Jenny, Betsy, get out. It's coming down.
Come on. Come on. Get her through. Come on. Get her. Come on.
Chase through. Come on, Jenny. Jenny, are you all right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Wait, who are you?
My name's Clarissa. I'm with the Red Cross as well.
Oh. Wait, how did you get in? Is there another way out?
I'm afraid not.
Betsy, Christy, can anyone out there hear me? Anyone? Hello? So how did you get in here?
Well, I just slipped on through.
Well, we cannot just slip on out. We can be in real trouble here. I guess you know that.
I do know about the storm that's coming, yes.
This place will flood in a heartbeat once the rain starts. Well, if it doesn't collapse on us first.
Please, just take it easy. You breathe in a lot of dust.
Well, it doesn't look like we're going anywhere, so I might just take you up on that. Oh my goodness, I am a complete mess. Your uniform's still pure white. I've never seen a design like that.
Yeah, it's one of the older designs. I've had it for quite some time.
Oh. You kind of remind me of that one gal who did something with the American Red Cross. Her picture's up.
That one gal?
Yeah, what's her name? Clara Barton. She started the American Red Cross in like the 1400s or something.
The 1800s.
Oh yeah, right. Grandmother of the donut dollies. I guess she was a pretty amazing lady.
No, she wasn't. She was just an ordinary woman that ran straight into extraordinary circumstances. And before her work with Red Cross, she was just a shy and quiet school teacher.
Wow, it sounds like you've done your share of research.
I suppose I could rattle off quite a few facts about her.
Well, go right ahead. Doesn't look like we're going anywhere.
Well, some called her the angel of the battlefield.
Why the battlefield?
The year was 1861. The Civil War was raging on, and unbeknownst to Clara Barton, she was just about to be swept up in the action.
This is the day when our boys come home from far away. No more to roam. They were on the battlefield where the danger never yields. But our boys are coming home today. At any moment, they'll be back in town, safe in our arms. When the sun goes down, we never cease to pray since the time they went away. But our boys are coming home today. Our country is divided in a civil war. So many brave young men will return no more. But we are gathered here and we're full of good cheer, for our boys are coming home today.
Clara, over here.
I was afraid I was going to miss them.
They're going to arrive any minute.
Listen, I hear the train coming. I see puffs of smoke behind the hill.
My son is on that train.
You must be the happiest person in this whole crowd, Mrs. Cotter.
Oh, indeed I am, Miss Barton. It's just been him and me since his father passed away. If only he could see him now.
I can remember what excellent student he was in my classroom. He was brilliant when it came to mathematics.
Here they come.
This is the day when our boys come home from far away. No more to roam. Here on friendly ground, they've come home safe and sound. But our boys are coming home today. Our boys are coming home.
Oh my goodness.
What's happened?
What happened?
We were ambushed.
Are any of you shot?
Soldiers didn't do this to us. It was civilians.
Civilians? What?
When we were about to board the train to Baltimore, a mob of men attacked us right before we boarded the train. There were so many of them. I don't know how we got away. James? James? Has anyone seen my son?
Sir, there was a young man on the train. James Cotter.
He didn't make it.
What?
I'm so sorry. He took a horrible beating. Died right after the train left the station.
Oh no. Oh no.
James? Where's my son? He was on that train. James?
I have to act now. There's no time to wait. Think, Clara. The situation is grave, and these people are hurt. We need a plan before it's too late. Who can fetch a doctor?
I can.
Go now. Let's organize the wounded.
But we don't know how.
Put them in order from best to worst. So when the doctors arrive, they'll know who to treat first.
Who put you in charge?
Please, just listen to me.
You're just a school teacher.
There's no need to shout. We need to get supplies before anyone else dies. Do you really want to argue, or do you want to help these people?
It was just another day in a quiet town. Never thought a tragedy like this would go down. Screaming, crying, blood all around.
We've got to keep a level head and our feet on the ground. Tragedy will cloud our minds, but it's courage we have got to find. We can't act as if we're blind or helpless in this case. Let's rise to the occasion, we cannot stop and fret. Tragedy has come and tragedy will be met. We will not accept defeat while men lie bleeding in the street. We will work as one, not stopping till we're done. Together we'll overcome. Yes, we will overcome. Yes, we will
Clara?
I think we've done all we can for tonight. The soldiers have been tended to by doctors, been given blankets and pillows. The doctors will be back first thing tomorrow morning.
That was amazing. What you did back there?
What did I do?
I'm talking about the way you got all of these people to rally together. It was complete chaos. And then you stood up, and everyone's working together.
Anybody could have done that.
But of everyone here, no one did. No one but you. I've never seen this side of you before, Clara. We all thought you were just a quiet school teacher.
Well, I'm gonna go check on the soldiers. Make sure they're quite comfortable.
I'll check on the ones in the other room. Meet you back in a moment?
Sounds like a plan. Hello, soldier. How are you doing?
Miss Barton?
Yes. I've been praying for you. For all of you. Are you feeling any better?
My head is aching.
I'm sorry.
My feet ache too. Come to think of it, so does everything else in between.
Can I get you anything?
If you don't mind, just keep me company here for a little bit.
Well, you should be sleeping.
I can't sleep. I hate closing my eyes.
Why?
'Cause when I do, I start to remember things.
Things about the war?
Things no man should ever have to see. In the day, I can focus on things, happy things. But when the sun sets and it's so quiet, the nightmares start to take over.
Would it help to talk to me about them? Sometimes it helps to talk.
They all start out the same way. I smell the grass from the battlefield. Can't get the smell out of my mind. It was a cold morning that day. I get chills when I think back on it. Then I hear the rumble from the cannon fire. Then the screaming starts. Men screaming orders. Men screaming at each other. People doing the most horrible things to one another. A bullet hit a young man right next to me. Killed him. He was so young. I'm not sure if he even knew why we had to fight. He fell to the ground. His lips were quivering. His eyes were still open. And now that's the only way I can remember him now. Part of me tries to forget, but part of me refuses.
But if it's so painful for you, Why are you trying so hard to hold on to him?
He had no family. Not sure if he had any close friends. If I don't remember him, then who will?
I can't even imagine how horrible that must be.
Miss Barton, this really is the best medicine.
What is?
Just being here. Having a pillow and blanket.
They don't have pillows and blankets?
A warm meal. Clean clothes. Kind words. A woman's touch. The way you got everyone to pitch in like that and share their belongings with us. We're real grateful.
It's the least we could do for all you brave men.
Do something for me, Miss Barton?
What, soldier?
Sing a song for me.
Oh, soldier, if I sing to you, your ears are going to start to ache as well.
Compared to gunshots, men screaming, and cannon fire, you'll sound like an angel, Miss Barton.
Clara felt something stirring within. She enjoyed her work as a school teacher, but never was her heart as full as it was as when she knew she had a part in helping someone else in need, even if her contribution was simply humming a song that was slightly out of key. Clara had come to be known as a shy and quiet woman, but it's amazing how that shyness seemed to melt away when she found herself in her element.
Clara?
He just drifted off to sleep.
Such a horrible day.
Well, it started out horrible, but with everyone pitching in like they did, the day ended well.
It did, didn't it?
Except for the Cotter family. I can't even imagine Mrs. Cotter's pain.
I'm exhausted.
You should be. You worked hard. Everybody did. I'm so touched by everyone's generosity. And I know these men are as well. Little things really made a difference today. You know what the soldier told me? He said that on the battlefield, the conditions are terrible.
Yes, well, of course they're terrible. That came as a surprise to you?
No, I suppose not. But what surprised me is that they don't have simple things like clothes, blankets, pillows, even food.
I've heard that. I've heard doctors don't even have all the medical supplies they need to tend to all of the patients. But I suppose it's hard to replenish things like that in the combat zone. No one wants to go down to the front lines. Not even the troops want to be there.
I'm going to go.
All right, get some rest.
No, that's not what I meant. I mean, I'm going to deliver blankets and other supplies to our soldiers.
You're what?
I'm going to write some letters. See if I can put an ad in the post. Maybe I could get people to donate their items, and then I could deliver it to our soldiers. Maybe I could make a difference.
Maybe you'll be shot. Do you have any idea how dangerous a job like that is, Clara? You could be killed so easily.
But you can die when you cross the street by stepping out in front of a horse and carriage.
Yes, but
you can die from sickness after laying in bed for months and months.
Clara.
You can die from exposure to the elements. There are thousands of ways we could die. And the only thing that is certain is that we will all succumb to one of them. Yes, I could die delivering supplies. I know that very well. But if my life is taken, I will be so proud that I sacrificed it for this cause, helping the soldiers who were serving in my stead. I hope I will see you again when I return. But if we say our final farewells, know this, I have no regrets.
Where is all of this coming from?
From the simple fact that there is a great need that needs to be met. As you said earlier, no one is stepping up. So, I will.
Let's get some rest.
Listen.
But I don't hear anything.
Well, neither do I. It's probably the calm before the storm. I wonder what's going on out there.
I know it's hard not to wonder, but please just relax.
Relax? Aren't you just a little nervous? I've seen Red Cross girls play it cool under all kinds of situations, but Clarissa, you take the cake. We could run out of air, drown, have the rest of the place collapse on us, and you're not even batting an eye.
Is it your knee?
Yeah, I think I pulled something jumping away when the roof caved in. Oh no, here it comes. The rain's starting to fall.
Yes, but only softly.
Well, only softly for now, but it'll hit hard soon. We are sitting ducks. This area is going to flood. I hope the other teams were able to get everyone out in time. Did you ever help out in a flood zone?
Yes, I did. But when I went, it was too late to be a rescue mission. It was a recovery mission in an effort to rebuild.
Listen to that rain come down. Under any other circumstances, I do love hearing the rain.
There's still time, Jenny. Be brave.
Can you keep talking?
Sure. What would you like to talk about?
Oh, I don't care. Anything. You can keep telling the story. I just don't want to listen to that rain anymore.
Well, when Clara realized how badly off the soldiers on the front lines were, she did all she could to gather supplies that they desperately needed. But at the time, women weren't allowed in combat zones. So Clara went to the government, and government officials gave her the proper documentation she needed to get to the front lines. And although the soldiers there were so grateful for the supplies that they desperately needed, none of them were very thankful that the supplies were presented by a woman.
We're in a perfect position to destroy Lee's forces. We'll leave before dawn, march over the hill, and take them by surprise. But our men are not in good health. They need food, water, rest. They're dropping like flies. The good news is, I've never heard anyone complain about having a fly shortage. We can win this battle, but we have to act now. But if these men go into battle in their current condition, they won't stand a chance.
Excuse me?
Yes?
I was told I could find the general here?
Good heavens, sir, you smell atrocious.
What?
Get out of here and don't come back until you smell like blood and sweat. And cut that hair and put your uniform back on. Soldier, this is shameful. What would your father say if he could see you now?
I'm not a soldier. I'm a woman.
What? A woman on the battlefield? Are you lost?
No. I came here to deliver supplies. I've got clothes, blankets, medical supplies, and food.
For Pete's sake, this is complete mockery. I don't have time for this. I've got to go plot our next move.
Oh God. Well, I guess he doesn't like having women in the combat zone.
Really? Having men using blankets, having food, using medical supplies?
Speaking of medical supplies, where should I put them? I've got half a wagon full.
Bring them right here. This is the makeshift hospital.
But there are no patients here.
That's because they all died, and we took them to the makeshift morgue.
Colonel, we need you.
What is it?
One of our scouts has returned. Looks like the Confederates are about to make a surprise attack.
Only one of our scouts?
He said the rest were killed, and he's been shot a few times as well.
Miss Barton, please excuse me.
Sir? Sir, could you please give me a hand?
Oh, I'm not a sir. I'm a woman.
What? A woman on the front lines?
I brought medical supplies with me. A lot.
You a nurse?
No, I'm a school teacher.
Oh. Well, give me a hand anyways.
But where are all the other doctors?
They just got a call out to the battlefield. It's about to get bloody. Please, ma'am, I could really use your help right now.
Of course, but I'm not really sure what to do.
Here, give the patient a drink of whiskey. It'll help with the pain.
Oh.
Looks like we're gonna have to do immediate surgery.
Okay. Here, soldier, have a drink.
Looks like that arm's gonna have to come off.
Oh, dear. I'm sorry, soldier. Here, have another drink.
Looks like that leg's gonna have to come off too.
Oh, here, just keep the bottle.
By the way, ma'am, welcome to Antietam.
Thank you?
I can't tell you how badly we've been in need of medical supplies. We ran out of bandages, so that we've just been using corn husks.
Are you serious?
Boy, do I wish I could tell you I was joking. Hand me the saw, please.
Wait, you're not going to...
It's gotta come off, Miss Barton. Help me hold him down.
Clara did all she could for her soldiers, helping in any way she could. And so often she would make a soldier smile, and that was one of the best rewards she could ever receive. She served not only in Antietam, but in Bull Run and Fredericksburg as well. And she served not only our soldiers, but our slaves too. She worked to liberate and educate them. But sometimes a soldier would pass away, lonely and unattended to. And when that happened, she felt like a failure. It took her a long time to realize that she was only one woman, and she couldn't save everybody.
But weren't there other nurses who helped out in the Civil War?
Oh, yes, there were many, in fact. Many brave, smart, strong, talented women who went to assist the doctors. Unfortunately, their names have been forgotten now. They did so much for their soldiers. Some even gave their lives. They have my complete respect.
Speaking of giving their lives, do you think we are going to make it out of here?
I don't know, Jenny. I don't know.
Well, it doesn't look good, does it? 'Cause is it just me, or is it getting really hard to breathe in here?
Yes, the air is thinning out quite a bit.
You seem to be breathing fine.
I'm very proud of you, Jenny, for making the sacrifice.
When I woke up this morning, I never thought it would be my last morning in bed. My last morning seeing my children. I should have held them a little longer. Well, I should have held them a lot longer. How will they remember me now?
They will remember you as a hero of the American Red Cross who gave her all.
Whenever I hear of a soldier dying, a police officer, a firefighter, my heart always goes out to them, but I never truly understood what they gave until now. I just want one last chance to talk to my husband. There is so much I would say.
He knows, Jenny. He knows.
Well, and my little girls?
And they know too.
But they'll forget me.
But heroes don't die.
So, the American Red Cross, Clara Barton invented that when she came out of the Civil War?
Oh, no, not at all. You see, the Red Cross was already well established in other parts of the world, and Clara already had a reputation for distributing supplies, so she was asked about heading up a Red Cross here in the States.
Distributing supplies? Wow, we've come a long way since then.
We certainly have. And I'm very proud of the way our legacy's been carried. It was May of the year 1881, when Clara helped establish the Red Cross here in America. But next she had to recruit a bunch of volunteers to help serve whenever disaster struck. She didn't know when or where the next catastrophe would strike, only that it was inevitable.
No gift is too small. We're accepting donations of all kinds. But please, be generous. These are people who need us, and the American Red Cross wants desperately to help them, as we would want to help any of you if disaster were to strike today.
Who does the Red Cross help, Miss Barton?
Our goal is to help people who have been left in disaster's wake, whatever that disaster may be. Famine, flood, wars, fires. The Red Cross is here to help those communities get back on their feet. In addition to donations, you can give of yourselves. Come with us. Join the Red Cross. Make a difference.
I'll give a donation, but you wouldn't want me to join a relief effort.
Same here.
Why wouldn't I? The Red Cross is dependent on volunteers. We can't exist simply on donations alone.
But none of us have the skills you need.
If you have a soft spot in your heart for those in need, we can find a place for you. Trust me. Are there songs you can sing?
Is there comfort you can bring to mend a broken heart? Sometimes a gentle melody can be the perfect remedy. Such a simple way to take apart. Sing a song to bring relief to the many facing grief, and maybe they won't feel so blue. A happy song along the way, a gentle hymn to help them pray, and that is something you can do.
Can you write? Can you read? Can you help someone in need? We could use some volunteers. Be their hands to write a letter. Be their hands till they get better.
Such a simple way to spread some cheer.
Let them tell the ones back home they're no longer on their own.
The Red Cross is on the scene.
And while there still may be distress, we are cleaning up the mess.
And that's a way that we can intervene.
I have yet to meet a person who can't find a way to help those in need when disaster has struck. So many people look the other way or just bow their heads and pray, then find a way to pass the buck. But you can all help when the relief effort starts. You can help help regardless of your expertise.
Some will follow, some are leading, but will help those who are bleeding and will place their weary souls at ease.
Do you know how to sew? Can you cover someone head to toe? We could use you if you had that skill.
I can patch.
I can mend.
I could donate my clothes to those who don't have what they need.
The victims of these storms need a way of keeping warm.
We could take a needle and thread, spare them from the night they're dreading, sew a blanket, make some bedding, and a pillow so they have a place to lay their heads.
I could cook, prepare a meal, perhaps some tea and soup to heal, for the sick who are starving and in need.
Sometimes famine, sometimes storms leave cities quite forlorn with thousands of people to feed. They have survived the disaster, but they live in the aftermath where there's a shortage of food, to say the least.
We'll arrive inside our tents full of food we can dispense, and we will serve those folks a feast. We are ordinary people who have ordinary gifts, but you will be surprised at all the burdens you can lift. You make an excuse to let yourself be of some use. We will help those that have lost with the American Red Cross. We are the American Red Cross.
Clara Barton raised quite a group of supporters who all felt they could make a difference. They were a group of good-hearted people. But the only problem is, most of them had never seen a disaster zone. They'd never tasted fear or smelled death.
Oh my goodness.
This isn't anything like I imagined it would be.
Can't even breathe.
Too much dust, smoke.
And the smell.
It isn't pretty, is it?
Where do we even begin? I had no idea a tornado could do this much to a town.
First, we need to start by taking note of what needs to be done and what supplies we need.
Take note of what needs to be done?
This is a disaster zone.
I can't even think of where to begin.
Buildings collapsed and on fire. Lost children. Wounded crying out for help. Oh no, look, those people are looting a building. Those men are fighting.
We're in danger.
You placed us all in danger. What are we doing here?
I didn't sign up for this, you know.
I thought it would just be to cook and to sew. To clean. To sing and hold hands.
Listen, I was a school teacher, but I went to the Civil War and I became a nurse. Do you think I knew what I was doing? I had never even been to medical school. I didn't have a clue. But when people's lives are in your hands, you learn very quickly. I watched, and I learned, and I looked for ways to help. I tried and I failed, but I learned from my mistakes and I kept going. Look around. Do you see anyone else here who's more qualified? Don't listen to your fears. Your heart knows what is right. When the sun goes down on hope, it's up to us to be the light. Remember, every hero once lived an ordinary life, but chose to take a journey into someone else's life. Only the weak complain, only the careless sit by. Step up and ease their pain. Aren't you even going to try? So often we are taking, but for once we've got to give. For the effort you are making will let the dying live. We have to act now. There's no time to wait. We need a safety zone and a base to operate.
We need a safe place that's well guarded to keep our supplies.
And we need a place that we can come to at night to rest when we're all done with our work.
I can do that. I can get some others to help me.
Start small, then start to expand. Find the leaders of the city or the police and let them know that we're here and ask them where they suggest we set up.
Sounds good.
Miss Barton,
Yes?
there are children wandering all about, and they're a priority. We need a safe place to take them till they can find their families.
It's okay. We'll get home somehow. We'll find her soon. I'm hungry and very, very thirsty.
First, we need to get them some food. Then maybe we can play some games with them and sing some songs.
Who can help start a temporary orphanage?
I can do it. I've worked with children all my life.
You'll need to gather lots of helpers. Children will wear you out quickly.
I'll come with you.
Miss Barton,
Yes?
there are survivors and they're in agony. They need medical attention. What do we do?
Okay, timing here is crucial. We need to act quickly. Let's establish a hospital there, so there's no time to waste. Everyone remaining, find a quiet place away from harm where we can set up tents. Have our supplies taken there. Assist the doctors, work quickly, give them all the supplies they need. Then start bringing the injured.
Lord, guide us along the way, so many need our help today. We will work with all our might to make everything alright. Though it feels as dark as night, we will not give up the fight. The sun will rise again, and we'll all see the light. In your heart, you know what is right. You won't give up the fight. No, we won't give up the fight.
The reputation of the American Red Cross spread quickly throughout the country. Before long, donations began arriving from all around, people donating their time, money, resources, volunteering to help whenever disaster struck. Though she was aging and growing tired in her work, Clara Barton continued to serve the Red Cross faithfully for 22 years. Relief efforts took her all over America and even across the ocean to foreign lands. Though most had a great respect for her work, there were still some who disapproved, and they were never shy in voicing their opinion.
Good evening, Miss Barton. I'm Mr. Rudiger, come down from D.C.
Yes, Mr. Rudiger. I've been so looking forward to your visit. You'll have a lot to report on when you return home. I'm so very proud of all the work that's been done here.
We've all been impressed with your accomplishments, Miss Barton, but...
Please, call me Clara.
Clara?
Yes, it's short for...
Miss Barton, let's cut to the chase. There are many things that need to be addressed.
All right, such as...
Let's begin with your foreign policy. There have been several occasions where your workers have traveled abroad to a war zone and have actually helped our enemies. Are you aware of these actions, and do you condone them?
I am aware of them, sir. The Red Cross is here to help anyone and everyone in need.
Miss Barton, Americans are giving you their donations to support the American Red Cross. That means they want to help their fellow countrymen, not the enemies of our country.
As I said, sir, the Red Cross is here to help, not to discriminate. We will help whoever we can, regardless of age, race, nationality, or location. Who are we to say that certain lives are more important than others? That's not for us to judge.
You have used American resources to help our enemies. Then our enemies recover and kill more American soldiers. You're essentially allowing the death of our own soldiers, and we won't have it any longer.
Well, sir, you have placed me in the middle of quite the ethical dilemma.
I haven't placed you anywhere, Miss Barton. You have done this. You have outraged those who've trusted you with their money and resources. There are families who've lost loved ones because of your actions, and they demand answers.
I see.
Who's in charge of your books, Miss Barton?
My books?
Who keeps track of all the money you have? Where it is? Where it comes from? How it's spent?
I do.
I'm asking that you hand them over to me for a review.
You didn't just come here to hear a report, did you, Mr. Rudiger?
I came here to give you a close review, and if necessary, to recommend that the American Red Cross cease to exist.
What? How can you even consider such a thing? Through famines, floods, wars, fires, we have been there. We have given help to those who didn't even believe that there could be anything to hope for again. We have saved countless lives.
This isn't my doing, Miss Barton. I was sent here because so many are speaking out, many of whom are from your own organization.
Mr. Rudiger, help us. Make a suggestion. Recommend ways we can improve. But don't simply shut us down. It is my dream that in 100 years, the Red Cross will still be here, working on the behalf of the helpless and saving lives. It can happen, Mr. Rudiger, and all because of the work we've done right here. We can save the lives of those who haven't even been born yet, but not if we're shut down.
If you truly feel strongly about this organization, I do have one suggestion.
All right, what?
Step down. Let the American Red Cross be led by someone else.
By who?
A man.
You chauvinistic!
Send me the books, Miss Barton. I'm staying at the hotel across the street.
Clara, what's happened to you, Clara? What's become of you, Clara? Where did you go? There are wrinkles on my face, scabs on my skin, scars in my heart from all the places I have been. The mirror isn't as kind as it used to be when I was a girl with my life in front of me. Never did I marry, never knew that kind of love, yet still I chose to answer this call from above. I sacrificed my dreams to help as many as I could. Is that so wrong? Why is it I'm so misunderstood? Still I hear the call. I can't stop now. I will finish the race. I vow to keep my vow. No matter what they say, I will work to save a life today. The Red Cross is here to stay. We will not be dismayed. No matter what they say, no matter what they say, no matter what they
Miss Barton,
Yes?
there's been a disaster. A huge tidal wave and hurricane in Texas. Half of Galveston is torn apart. The mayor is begging for your help.
All right. I'll go pack my things.
The storm that hit Galveston, Texas, caused the worst disaster zone I had ever seen. Texans, so known for their pride, had been dealt a horrible blow. Half the city was overtaken by floodwaters. People were hungry, freezing, screaming in pain. Families were torn apart. They lost everything. And these were people that just days before were living normal lives, and they were happy and laughing with their friends. And now, they were just prisoners of the darkness.
Good evening.
Good evening.
You really shouldn't be out here alone. Looters will be out as soon as the sun goes down, and it's not safe to be walking around through the wreckage. You should return to the secured area.
I'm well aware of the dangers, Miss Barton.
Oh, Mr. Mayor, forgive me, I did not recognize you. With all due respect, sir, that warning goes double for you. You should return to the secured area.
If I have to spend one more moment in that secure area, I'll go insane. Nothing but people screaming and crying. People wanting supplies I don't have. People wanting answers I don't have. I'd rather take my chances with the looters.
Mr. Mayor, I'm going to be blunt. You are not going to be able to escape this. Breathe deeply. That is the smell of death in the air. Thousands of your people are lying dead, trapped under the water or beneath the rubble. It'll take months to recover them all, if we can recover them. These are people who have lost loved ones. They have lost everything they own. They're scared and with no shelter to speak of. They're facing the elements themselves. If these people aren't pacified soon, there will be rioting. This nightmare is far from over.
Do you think I don't know that, Miss Barton? Do you take me for a fool?
Right now, sir, I take you for a coward.
How dare you?
Being daring has always been part of my nature. It doesn't appear that you have that quality.
Did you come here simply to belittle me, Miss Barton?
No, I take no pleasure in being callous. But I refuse to sugarcoat this situation. People's lives hang in the balance, and every moment is precious. You are the mayor. Your presence alone will calm people. They need to see that you're working on their behalf.
I can't even explain what it is that I feel right now. The town that I have worked so hard to build is in ruins. I have loved ones missing too. There's part of me that wants to scream right along with everyone else. There's a part of me that's just going numb. I'm not sure what to make of it all. I'm not a fool, Miss Barton. I'm not a coward, but I'm in over my head.
And there's no shame in that. That's why the Red Cross is here. We can and we will help you. But please, let me give you this advice. There is no easy way through this, so don't look for one. You simply have to stare disaster in the face and race straight into the heart of the storm. Take the time you need, but when you come back, we need you collected and ready to take charge. Everyone is looking to you.
Stare disaster in the face. Race into the heart of the storm. The Red Cross is here to help, and we will help you.
Jenny? Oh, here she is. Come on, Jenny, wake up.
She's got a pulse. Okay, let's get her some oxygen and get her out of here. Air must have been thinning out here. She should be fine in a few minutes. How selfish of you, Jenny. Taking a nap in here and we're supposed to be out evacuating the rest of the town?
It's okay, Jenny, relax. We're here.
There's a woman.
2 women, Jenny, the ones we rescued, remember? They're both fine.
No. There's Red Cross girl. Clarissa.
Clarissa?
She's here somewhere.
Clarissa? Is there anybody down here?
Are you sure, Jenny?
I'm positive she waited with me.
So let's go check it out.
We can't leave without her.
What was she like?
She wore an old Red Cross uniform with a design I hadn't seen before. And her voice kept me calm.
What did she look like?
Oh, I can't remember, but there really was a woman.
I believe you. The old uniform, the voice. There's many others who've described the same woman. They say in times of trouble, she still shows up to try and help.
Have you?
6 years ago, I was in the mountains doing some training exercise ago. And then a tree fell on me and pinned me in the snow. I thought for sure I'd die of hypothermia. Then she came out of nowhere and waited with me. Well, until we were rescued by some Girl Scouts.
Who is she?
She's courage, goodness, selflessness. She's a Red Cross angel.
Jenny, we searched the place and came up empty. No one's here.
Don't hate me for saying this, but you may have been hallucinating with the lack of oxygen and all.
Come on, let's get you out of here. Chopper's waiting. Got a warm blanket and a nurse to check you out.
Oh, I think I'm gonna be fine.
You might change your mind once you stand up.
that legacy, you will.
Wasn't that great? Let's give one more round of applause. If I could ask Mrs. Walker and Mrs. Willinger to come forward, so we can just give them a round of applause also. Please come join us. As you know, there is a lot of work that goes into plays that are done. There's a lot of people to thank. I just think of Mrs. Cook out here, Austin Rule taking care of the sound, many other people who I know I'm not thanking. But we'd also like to thank the American Red Cross because they donated a lot of blankets, skits, props, different things for this. On the table back there where the donation jars are, you'll see other things about the Red Cross. So let me go ahead and just close us in prayer before we are dismissed. Father, we thank you just for each and every student, for the talents you've given them. We also thank you for the hearts of service that you give to people. We just ask and pray that you would continue to raise up servants from Heritage Christian School that would serve you and your kingdom in a mighty way. And for this play, thank you for the opportunity for us to hear it. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen. You are dismissed.
You turn me on. Am I on? Okay. So on behalf of the Clara Barton cast, I would just like to say another round of thank yous to the people that have helped put this together. So first, Mrs. Walker. She directs the play. Let me find your card. Goodness. So Mrs. Walker directs the play every year, and she has a super busy schedule without the play, but she does it every year. And I mentioned last night that she really has a heart for the Lord, and she has a heart for each and every one of us that's standing here right now. And she wants to see us walk with the Lord too. And so that's been a big focus of the play every year too, is not just the play and how it comes together, but our lives as individuals. And so that's something that we're all really, really grateful for. So yeah, she's a superhero. Like, she has so much stuff going on. I don't know, what? I don't know how she does it all, but she does. And then Mrs. Wielinga, will you come here for a second? So Mrs. Wielinga does all our music, and she also has a super, super busy schedule. And she puts up with all of us at class during the day, and then in her own free time, after school's done, then she comes and puts up with us again. So yeah, and this music was challenging music for all of us to learn, and she spent like hours with us helping us learn it, which meant she had to learn it really well first too. So yeah, huge round of applause and huge thanks to her. And then is Mrs. Cook here? Mrs. Cook? There she is. So Mrs. Cook does all of our costuming, and as you can see, that's a lot of people to put in costumes. So she always says that her motto is "I can fix it," and she was like, "I have till 5:59 on Friday night to get everybody done." And she was ahead of schedule. She didn't even have to wait till then. So, yeah, and she constantly has kids, "Mrs. Cook, this isn't right. Mrs. Cook, help me." And so she puts up with all of us too. So thank you, thank you. And then Austin. Austin does all of our tech. And that's a huge job. I don't think a lot of people understand just how hard it is. He has to know all of our cues too. He has to know exactly when we come in. If we skip a line, he has to roll with it just as much as we do. So he's awesome. And yeah, he also has a busy schedule, but he's here today helping you guys hear all of us and helping the play come together. So Austin, I have something for you if you want to come up here. And then Clara Gee, she's right here. She's the other superhero. She is our backstage manager, and again, I don't know how she does it, but she gets everybody where they need to be on time, running around like a mad woman, doing most of it herself. She's awesome. And then Caleb Jensen, he's back there. He jumped in too and helped us out this year, and Kaylee. She's behind me, I'm covering her up. So yeah, these guys were the majority of our backstage managers. They worked really hard to get everything to come together, so thank you guys. And then Carrie, this Carrie here, she was trying to avoid this. Come here. So Carrie also has been a huge help backstage, and this is also her first year, so she jumped in. Come on, we got to see your pretty face. Thank you. And this is Clay. He's pretty cute. Anyway, so Carrie helps backstage too, and she just jumped into it. And yeah, she's got 2 little kids, but she was also here. She made rehearsals really fun. So yeah, big round of applause for Carrie. And then just our parents. I think especially when you're younger, it's easy to take for granted how much they do, but our parents got us to practice and home from practice and here today, and just sacrificed a lot for all of us to be here today, and I think a lot of times that goes unnoticed, but you guys are very appreciated, even if your kids don't tell you very often. But just for the parents that all got us here, they fed us today and they fed us yesterday, and yeah, they're great. So just for their parents. And then our choir, all these little kids that weren't part of the cast, but they're our choir. And so they worked really, really hard on the music too with Mrs. Wielinga. And yeah, they're giving up their Saturday to be here. So thank you guys for being here with us. Last song I will mention. One more group of people, and then I'll close my mouth. So this is our hair and makeup crew, and yeah. They are incredibly talented. They won't admit it, but they are. And backstage, yeah, there was probably 30 little girls running around like, I need my hair and makeup done. And there was 3 of them, and they made it happen. So huge thank you to you guys, and you guys are awesome and talented too. So yeah. Okay, I'm done now. Thank you guys for coming.